Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping in, taking the time out of your busy schedule to support your boy. All jokes aside, I really appreciate it. You have no idea how it feels to go from 0 to 47 subscribers. 0 to 47. I remember I was stuck on 2. Couldn't get a view. But here we are, man. Feels good. Thank you for the continued support from the bottom of my heart, man. A small content creator like myself, it means the world. One more subscriber than yesterday, one more comment, one more like, it doesn't matter. It's all the same to me. Positive reinforcement to keep your boy going. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you. Anyway, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break down some gameplay from a solid W I obtained on the last solos mission. I think it's important to kind of get the feel of how I think as I'm playing. You know, being that I don't do nothing flashy, like my videos may seem more compressed and like high octane, high intense and everything. That's cool, but that's edited, man. Let's just see what it looks like while I'm playing the game, you know? So for me, it's really important to stay focused and lock in if I'm trying to secure the W. So in Warzone, you know, I can't see who's gonna shoot me in the back. You know, I'm one of those guys that when I run around, I get shot in the back. You know, that's the difference between me and other guys. I'm not saying no names, I'm not pointing no fingers, but if you want blue collar, solid gameplay from a real one, look no further, man. You know, you're not gonna see 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 solo quad wipes. Like, nah, bro, get out of here, man. So, tactical gameplay, playing smart, getting the job done. I feel like that's what I bring to the table for Warzone. So in this one, the recon is a must, okay? Get your gear, get your plates, get your ammo, run a contract if you have to, but get that recon off the rip, man. And then if you can get the loadout beforehand, that's awesome. So like we did here, we got the loadout and we're pushing the recon. We're gonna get the intel from the contract and be able to get our next circle location. And on this one, I'm running a Ghost cold-blooded scavenger. Okay, if I'm trying to stay as silent as possible, I got suppressors on my my 7.62 and my 5.56. So both of my weapons are silenced. You can't see me looking at you, and you can't see me coming because I'm ghosted. So it's important to stay stealthy. You know, now you might run into that guy that can shoot you from across the map. And for whatever reason, he knew to look in that corner that you were in. That's cool, man. You're gonna run into those guys, but that's a part of the game. Any game you play, that's gonna happen. You know, there's no getting around it, man. It's part of the game. Just like, you know, in certain sports arenas, there's certain things you can take to get the edge on people. You know what I mean? So it's no different in games. Just play naturally and get it done. Took this asshole out here. He floated in. That was an easy kill. I like to go to the lumber yard, hence the name Lumberjackmak, man. So backstory behind Lumberjackmak. Just Lumberjack has always been my nickname or my what do you call it, gamer tag since back in the PS3 days, man. I've always just had Lumberjack. I even remember in the original release of Verdansk, there was a operator named Reigns, I think. He had a lumberjack outfit, bro. Oh man, damn! I dropped the ball on that one. Really missed a great opportunity there. If you looked at my bio, my backstory a little bit, just certain things did not allow me to pursue content creation full force. So now that I dropped into it, you know, about a year ago, been cultivating this idea and this image for about 2 to 3 years now. But being able to actually sit down and bring it together is so freaking amazing, man. And once again, I appreciate all the viewers and the support. I don't care if it's 56 views, 2 views, 2.5K views. It doesn't matter to me, man. Just keep it coming, bro. Support is all I am asking for. So I appreciate y'all in the utmost. All right, so what we're gonna do here is hold down this sector. So in order to put yourself in an advantage in this game, it's really important to, like, even if if it's solos, duos, quads, what have you, trios, it's important to hold down a sector or hold down an area and make sure that you are covering the grounds and securing your flank so nobody can get behind you. So if you keep the border behind you, you will always be in a good position. That's not saying that somebody can't get in there if you move around or go to a contract or fight somebody, go one way and come back. I'm not saying it's a foolproof plan, but it does help to be able to control an area and having a general idea of how many people you killed and how many people are over there. Now that's gonna be where the UAVs come into play, and I think I smoked somebody right here. Yeah, so footsteps. Hear him creeping around. Couple shots I missed. And then look, I can't rush him. I don't know what he's doing. So like, don't get so overzealous where you just run out there. If you run at an enemy with a fully automatic weapon pointed at you, you are going to die, even if it's a video game, you know? I'm not saying you need to take it serious, but in the same token, it's like, damn, bro, you really gotta think, strategically with a military mindset, man. You can't run out into the open with, it's just silly to me, man. So if you wanna stay alive, use your cover and listen to your audio cues. Smoke them, boom, drop them. Get the hell out of my game, man. It's that easy. So, again, it's just so tight to be able to have like an area in the game that is adjacent to my moniker or to my character that I'm trying to build. So if you want to go head to head with one of the greatest, man, one of the most stand-up guys in these, one of the greatest, one of the most stand-up guys in this industry, man, come to the Lumberyard, come get your ass smoked, man. Look, there's another one, there's two. But yeah, the recon, I think I missed it on this one. If you can get like 2 to 3 recons secured, man, you are solid. Now that doesn't mean go directly into the recon zones once you get them, okay? I think it's a better strategy to stay with the zone behind you as it's closing. That way the likelihood of you getting flanked is significantly decreased. Again, I'm not saying it's not gonna happen or it will happen or won't, but after hours and hours of playing, you'll start to see that the more you keep the zone to your back immediately, you know what I mean? Obviously it's always gonna be behind you, but as long as the zone is close enough to you to where you can control your flank, you have one less area of focus to worry about. So don't push directly into the intel marker. Get your intel, get your circle closure information, play your zone, move in, kill if you have to, run contracts, loot, do what you gotta do, man. So I think it's really important to play your speed and play your game. So my game isn't really high octane, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna strategically get in there, man. I'm creeping around, I'm in the bushes. Straight Navy SEAL shit, man. So I just like shout out to the guys who, the big name content creators and the guys that's out here getting this money, not knocking nobody's hustle. But, a guy like me, I gotta take my time. And I'm old too, like I'm an OG. My bones hurt, my knees hurt when I'm running around, so I gotta take it easy, man. So, got my UAV up, pushing this enemy. I can see he's moving away from me, so there's no need to hunker down or creep up. He's moving away. Again, I controlled my sector. Now, there might be an enemy to my left. I don't know. There could be, but the likelihood of it happening is not really high. Look, smoked his ass right there. Easy. Ricky! Poison the hood! Ricky! Lay down, man. Sit down. Don't come back. Don't come out the gulag. You come back to this area. It's up. Look, and I got basically a free UAV with the bounty. So now I just go back to my sector, to my area that I'm controlling. It's as simple as that, man, okay? Again, it's not gonna be 30, 40, 50 kills, but you will win. Like, what's the point of putting up 90 in the NBA Finals if you lose? Let's be real, man. Like, I'm after the win. I like to be a winner. And then if somebody can kind of in the chat explain to me what's happening with I can't get my in-game text to work. So like I'm pushing down on the PlayStation 5 paddle and nothing's happening. Like, it just kind of like breaks out. Like, I go back from the start setting menu to regular screen. I don't understand what that is or why it doesn't work, or even the proximity chat doesn't work sometimes. I don't understand. Is it a bug, or somebody let me know? But so here I am trying to zero this enemy. I know he's in that back building, right? I'm looking at the back right corner. Obviously he can be anywhere in the yellow zone, but you just find the bullseye area and focus on that area for pinpoint movement. So so I think you get a lot of people confused about where you're supposed. So like if you're playing this game, right? All you really need to do is aim, listen for footsteps, and watch for movement. So if you're running around, you can't do any of those things. Like, you can ADS after you're running and sliding and hopping around and shit, but it's silly to me, man. Like, aiming your weapon at an area, listening for movement, and advancing your target is how you will increase the likelihood of smoking that asshole when he comes around the corner, man. It's simple, easy math. So I know this guy's in this building, okay? I don't have a heartbeat sensor. I have no way to find where he is. The only area of weakness in this specific spot is that window, so I'm gonna focus on the window. If he peeks me, give him a couple shots and move, advance up. So he's not peeking the window. I'm gonna go into the door, creeping up, listening for footsteps. Listening for footsteps. Where is he? I know he's in this building, right? The bounty was on him. Let's see if we can find him. So we're gonna take the easy route. We'll get the UAV. Now, it's as simple as that. Get in there, smoke his ass. So I'm gonna advance. He's ground level, and I think he goes up. Yeah. So when he does go up, I'm aware of my surroundings here. Again, you know, this is the lumberyard, man. I know this bitch like the back of my hand. So everywhere he's going, I'll be able to find him. It's simple. UAV's gone. Focus on the area. Let's see if we can, you know, close out on this enemy. Excuse me. So, for instance, he could be to the right or to the left of me. But it's a more secured option to aim down sights and be able to control the area as you're moving up, as opposed to rushing in there, sliding, jumping around. Oh, look, there he is. So we found him. Okay, we're gonna plate up. We're not gonna challenge until we get him zeroed. We find him, boom, crack the plates, drop him. So this guy was kind of just, you know, shout out to him. Shout out to you, bro. But he kind of was lost in the sauce there. He's just crouch walking, walking around. So, and again, there's levels to this, man. So this game I was playing for hours until I got the W. So it's not like I just dropped in here and got this shit done. What happens when you run into the fucking to the more advanced player? That kill is not going to be as easy. The more advanced player is going to understand cover, corners, pre-aims, distance, TTKs from the weapons that you're shooting at. All of these things are in play as you're playing. So a lot of times, a lot of guys get freaking, you get a little emotional when somebody kills you and you come up with all these reasons as to why somebody smoked you, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's hacking. Yeah, there's this, that, and the third. But a lot of times, bro, you just got your ass spanked, man. So take your L like a man. Come back into the Warzone. Live to fight another day. I mean, if you get out the gulag. If not, take your ass back to the fucking lobby. Get back in there, man. Come back with stronger gameplay. That's all. But a lot of complaining and shit is kind of, me, I just enjoy the game. I've been playing Call of Duty for years, so like I tried Battlefield, I tried all Apex, Fortnite, PUBG. Like they're cool, bro. Trust me. Like, but this one, I don't know. It's just something about it, man. It's the FPS game. So again, nothing flashy in this gameplay. I haven't moved to any other area. I've just controlled my sector. I have not left the lumberyard this whole time. So when the circle closes, I'm going to move to my next position, which is, I don't even know if I advanced this bounty. So I think I'm going to just hold the hill area to the right here, and then wherever the bounty goes after that, cool. But oh man, those recon drones are really clutch. It's a toss-up for me right now between the recon drone and the heartbeat sensor. Which one do I want to keep on me? The heartbeat sensor is cool, man, but this one right here is just insane. You can clear an entire area, see where everybody is. I remember in the OG one too, they had the option for a thermal vision. I don't know why they took that one out. That one was clutch. And the spotter scope too. Oh man, I wish they would bring that back. The spotter scope is crazy. So what I've been doing to mitigate that, or to like replace it, it's not really replaceable, but I use basically the airstrike as binoculars. So you can hold the airstrike like binoculars and scout out for enemies in the distance without having to gleam like a sniper, which, you know, comes in clutch. But the only, obviously, the difference being that you can't hold multiple kill streaks anymore, so you can't keep that UAV up. So just have enough cash to buy your UAV, pop it real quick, get back to your airstrike, and then have your airstrike as binoculars and a lethal air attack. You know what I mean? So I think in most cases the UAV is going to be the more clutch option, but I don't know, it could go either way, especially with an airstrike, man. You can clear an entire area, or you can down multiple enemies if you wait for pings on a map. Airstrike that area that they're pinging at, and you can potentially get a down enemy or multiple down enemies as you're third partying them from a distance with the airstrike. It's much easier in practice than it is, you know, in theory. Once you use it, you know, because the airstrike doesn't have that trajectory anymore that it used to, where it tells you where it's coming from, you can smoke a whole team or multiple people fighting each other. I think also that it would be amazing. Again, I don't have no kind of pull. You know what I mean? I'm just little old me. You feel me? But I think it would be amazing if they brought back that backpack tech, where you could have maybe just tone it down a little bit. I remember you could have the giant one, and like, remember DMZ and stuff, like you could have the big backpack from 2.0 and have like a million things in there. Nah, just let's do, I think, like 7 items, right? 7 items in your backpack, I think would be clutch. And how they split it up to where the ammo is no longer needed to go in the backpack, it's already done. So like, don't stack gas masks, you can only stack like kill streaks in there, man. Put kill streaks and field upgrades in your backpack and have 7 slots for it. Now, can you have multiple of them? Nah, have like 1 of each in your backpack, man. Come on. Now we're getting back into that mil sim aspect of the game, where I think a lot of people, you know, they're more accustomed to the arcade feel of COD Warzone and multiplayer and shit like that. But I think that backpack was such like a sick addition to an already, you know, pretty solid game. Obviously, bugs are always going to be an issue, but the backpack was insane to me because it gave it that mil sim feel. You know what I mean? It doesn't turn it into a mil sim. It's still COD. You know what I mean? So it's not all the way a mil sim, but that backpack just took it to another level. And then you can also have 3 weapons. You could have your SMG, your AR, and your long rifle. Like, come on, man. I think if you have this map like that is this big, and you're playing solos, you need to be able to have multiple forms of firefighting. You can't just have the SMG and they're like, nah, bro. Like, what happens when you're open field and there's no cover? Like, you gotta have all 3. Like, I feel like a advanced operator, this Navy SEAL guy, or whoever your guy is or your gal is that's running around, you mean to tell me they can't carry more than 2? What? Like, it's just silly. Just 3 guns, backpack with 7 slots. Warzone would be awesome. It would be awesome, man. Keep Omni movement too. You don't need to get rid of Omni movement. I don't know why they're getting rid of it. Keep it, man. Tone down TTKs and keep omni movement, backpack, multiple or 2 or 3 weapons, and you in there. All right, so again, as you notice, I was doing a lot of yapping, but the zone has closed in my favor because I held down my sector. So I stayed in the lumberyard, maintained my held my flank as best I could, to the point where now I have a small amount of enemies that I know are out here. I got this guy driving around like an asshole with his car trying to smush me. I keep him at bay. I know that there's a couple guys to the right of me up that hill, near that loadout. So keep this guy at bay and hold this area. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact that if somebody does come from my left, I have a better chance of holding them at bay now, because I'm anticipating that, as opposed to being, you know, popped up on because I'm running around and I'm not holding down my sector, if that makes sense. So that recon drone, if I had the backpack, I'd be able to pull out a recon drone, throw it up real quick, see who's around me, and then be good to go. So holding all enemies at bay at this point, holding down this high ground. I got the rock as my cover, and I'm able to maintain my position and hold all points of entry to the best of my ability. Now, oh, look at this. See? You know what I mean? Like, you can always catch somebody slipping with the binoculars, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on. If you use that and get that done in the game, I need you to comment and say that you did it. I promise you, bro, it is the clutchest shit you can do. Now, give us back the spotter scope, man. Give us the backpack so we can put the spotter scope, the heartbeat sensor, and the freaking recon drone all in there, man. Come on. Hook us up, man. Make it a little bit more immersive. You can't, you say you don't want a milsim, but then you keep it super wacky with the freaking, you got a 50 cal sniper rifle that you can slide on your ass cheeks, jump up, do a circle, spin, and shoot somebody in the head. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, come on, let's make it a little bit more realistic. Just a teeny tiny bit, man. That's all I'm asking. Just a little bit. But anyway, got this guy taken care of, you know, making sure that there's nobody else behind me. Holding down the sector. I'm not pushing in too quick. See, I'm taking fire from this guy on the roof, using the tree as my cover, retreating and plating, using the terrain and the tree as cover. Even though the tree, or excuse me, concealment is not cover, because you can still get shot through a tree. Learn the difference between concealment and cover, okay? I get it. So some of these words might be a little new to people, but learn the difference between concealment and cover. They're not the same, okay? So I think that you just have to be able to remember the points of entry. So here's another one. Look at this guy. Footsteps. There he is. Hold down your sector, man, and you can't lose. You can't go wrong. I got 3 left. 3 left. And I'm not charging into the middle of the zone like a damn idiot, man. Somebody gonna take your head off, man. So I think that in this particular instance, I was able to get a decent zone pull. It just favored, you know, sometimes you gotta play for hours and then you get that zone pull. You get the one that, you know, that helps you out. So I'm gonna keep my flank with the gas. The gas is stopping enemies from getting behind me, and I'm going to advance in with that concealment and that cover. Or excuse me, I'm just getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna advance in with that flank being locked down, because I've been able to hold this position the whole time without losing the high ground. So now we're gonna move in. We know we got that one guy who's been giving me a hard time on that roof there. Give him a couple pop shots. Just let him know I'm there. Just a little money shot. You know, look up at me, but I'm giving you the money shot. Let you know I'm there. So 3 left. 1 on the back right there. The back right of that zone near the buy station. I know there's a guy there. So we're just gonna keep that in mind as I'm moving, and I'm still trying to find the other 2. So I can't run around like a damn idiot. Don't run around like a dickhead, man, because there's still 2 more guys other than the guy that you zeroed. So we're gonna keep moving, nice and easy, nice and easy. Pop up the heartbeat sensor, boom, just 0, 2 more. Look at that. So there's 1 on the roof. And now we're down to 3. So there's 2 left. So I know the guy potentially back right, and now a new enemy that I just zeroed is on the roof. So I have a good pinpoint and then a amazing zone pull. You can't ask for a better zone pull on this. Don't give away your position by fucking jumping up there and running around and letting everybody know where you are. Excuse me. Just hold your position, maintain your cover. This is cover. That is a concrete slab. Cover. Concealment means you can get hit through whatever you're standing behind. Wood and trees and shit, you'll take a round straight to the chest, man. So just understand the difference. So we're gonna move around, scare him a little bit with the bullets. Look at it. Look at the guy taking care of it for me. Enjoy the show. Mag dump him real quick. Change rounds. Don't go to one. Finish the job. Sometimes you let the enemies work for you, man. Let them work for you. So as he's discombobulated after he just killed somebody, let him come to you. Now he's either got to plate up or reload, one of the two, man. Take his ass out, win the game. Exfil, get out of there, get you some R&R, man. It's that simple. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. If you stay through the end, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, man.